The assignment for this video was to talk a little bit about conduct disorder and the treatments for the disorder, but also to talk about the best way to handle youth and this mental illness. Here's some facts I know, and at the end I will explain what I believe is the right way to handle youth with these conditions. Conduct disorder is a mental health condition where a child or adolescent repeatedly exhibits serious, aggressive, and antisocial behaviors that violate rules and the rights of others, often involving aggression towards people and animals, destruction of property, deceitfulness, and serious rule violations with little to no remorse or concern for their actions. These behaviors typically cause significant problems in their school, social, and family life. Core behaviors consist of bullying, fighting, physical cruelty to people or animals, stealing, vandalism, setting fires, lying, running away from home, skipping school, staying out late at night despite the rules. The impact this has on people is it disrupts relationships with family, peers, and teachers, and can lead to legal issues. Research indicates that the most effective treatment for conduct disorder involves comprehensive, family-centered approaches like therapy, which targets the child's behavior across multiple environments including home, school, and community, alongside interventions like parent management, training to teach parents consistent discipline, strategies, and cognitive behavioral therapy to help the child learn better coping mechanisms and problem-solving skills. Medication is typically not used as a primary treatment for conduct disorder, but may be considered in cases where co-occurring conditions like ADHD are present. Could a youth with conduct disorder develop mental health conditions such as bipolar, anxiety, or depression? The answer to that question is yes. A youth disorder like an anxiety disorder or disruptive behavior problem can significantly increase the risk of developing other mental health conditions later in life, including bipolar disorder, depression, or even different forms of anxiety, as the underlying vulnerabilities can manifest in different ways as a person matures. Another thing I was told to talk about up here was the fetal alcohol syndrome. The fetal alcohol syndrome is a lifelong condition that occurs when a developing fetus is exposed to alcohol during pregnancy, resulting in a range of physical abnormalities, cognitive impairments, and behavioral issues, including distinctive facial features, growth problems, and central nervous system dysfunction, often leading to learning disabilities and difficulties with attention, memory, and social interaction. There is no cure for fetal alcohol syndrome, but early intervention and supportive care can help manage symptoms and improve the quality of life. To effectively handle the syndrome, you can acknowledge and recognize your feelings, challenge negative thoughts, keep a success journal, set realistic goals for yourself, embrace failure as a learning opportunity, seek feedback, practice self-compassion, and talk openly about your experiences with trusted individuals. Essentially, actively working to reframe your perspective and build self-confidence by focusing on your accomplishments and learning from setbacks. It is important to remember that juvenile delinquency is often a combination of these factors, rather than a single cause. Additionally, different theories may focus on different aspects of the problem. For example, some theories emphasize the role of individual factors, personality disorders, while others focus on the social factors like poverty and equality. It truly just depends on the kid and the situation, I personally believe. I don't believe that you should just use whatever works on the behavioral problems of one kid and think it's going to resolve the issues of the other kid. It doesn't work like that. In order to know what you believe is truly best for the youth, you have to get to know them personally and then can figure out what's best of them. I personally believe that people go wrong about things, not really wrong, but don't give kids the guidance that they need. I don't believe that parents discipline anymore. I don't believe that kids get, the punishment or the discipline or the guidance that they need because their parents, they have a kid and then they don't parent, they don't take accountability, and they don't give the kid the emotional relationship that a kid should have with their parent. And from my experience and from others' experiences, I definitely believe if you are not emotionally connected to your kid on that mental level, I don't believe that, I truly do believe that they're going to grow up and they're going to think that's okay, and they're not going to want to open up, or they're not going to want to talk to people. They're going to want to shut out their feelings because when they were young and they needed a parent and they needed a peer, nobody was there for them in that emotional level. And with the way that this world is nowadays, I truly believe that all kids and all youths and all teenagers should definitely have someone they're comfortable talking to. I feel like I was saying, I don't believe that, kids have that emotional connection and relationship with their parents or their peers or their grandma. A lot of kids bully in school, which increases the risk, which increases the percentage of suicides. Like I said, I just think that this world used to be a lot different than it is now, and this world has gotten so cruel and so tragic, and just really, especially towards kids. I don't believe kids are treated fairly. I don't, in the juvenile system, I don't believe that they have the punishment they should. I don't believe that kids are held accountable for their actions. I think parents just let the kids do whatever they want to nowadays, and that's why they don't have discipline and self-respect and respect for adults, and they run all over top of their parents because you're not giving them guidance, but you're giving them control and not guidance. You're letting them run over top of you. You're not telling them, hey, don't do this, don't disrespect adults like that. You're going to listen to the rules. I believe kids should have rules. I do. I grew up having rules. I grew up having stuff I couldn't do, stuff I couldn't say, stuff I couldn't wear, stuff I couldn't listen to, stuff I couldn't watch. And I truly believe that social media is one of the biggest problems in this world for kids. I believe, like a couple of years ago, I remember when they had that Momo thing on Fortnite. The girl was, coming up there, and I can't remember. I remember a little bit about like the case that they made on this woman, but the kids got on Fortnite, and she was on Fortnite, and she'd convinced kids to kill themselves, and they did it, and they had so many people that were suffering the loss of their child because they don't monitor their video game access. They don't monitor their phones. They have access to anything that they want to, and I just believe that is completely unacceptable. And I believe, get out, I'm doing a video, get out.
Brendan, I'm away.
Get out, I'm in the middle of the video. I believe that they should be monitored. I believe that, I don't believe that kids should have access to the things they do nowadays. A lot of people will give their kids' phones at 5 years old and 6 years old. When I was 6 years old, I was playing outside in the yard. I think that kids should be more socially interacted. I believe that there is a lot of things with this, a lot of problems within this world that has a lot to do with children that people aren't realizing and they're not aware of, or kids are not protected like they should be, and parents are not parenting kids like they should. So, yeah, that is my perspective on the conduct disorder and the fetal alcohol syndrome and just the juvenile delinquency area in general. Yeah. And I believe that people should be more aware of that, and I believe that we should hold kids accountable more than anything in the world, especially right now, day and time.